Welcome to Two Guys, Three Crowns, the podcast that talks about what it's really like to live in Stockholm, Sweden. I'm Sean, and with my fellow American Rodney, we break down the good, the bad, and the just plain weird. It's quite the journey, so join us for the ride.
The springtime weather refuses to quit. In another few weeks, it'll be colder than a little bit.
I wasn't following you on that last word there.
What do you think? I'm keeping it clean. I'm keeping it clean. What do you think?
But I do appreciate the poetry intro because we have an American Nobel Prize winner for literature.
What?
Yes, Louise Gluck. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you wanted me to I thought I was going to run out and check my mailbox. I'm like, no, they haven't sent me anything.
No, it was like a perfect piece of synergy because you came up with your little poem and it was, she was just announced. 2020
Okay.
Nobel Prize for Literature. Americana.
Yes,
Americana.
and that's exactly my motivation behind.
I bet.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that and putting it all together.
Now, I also love the intro poem because I texted you earlier.
Yes, you
because
did.
I was out running a few errands, and I'm walking around, and the sun's hitting my face, and it's feeling kind of balmy out here. You know, I'm like, ooh, maybe I don't need this jacket right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's not like a fall sun, right?
Mm-mm.
The air wasn't crisp. It was quite humid.
Yes.
So you're like getting little smells of the grass going on in your nose, little smells of the trees. And I'm like, wait a minute. Did we skip winter? Have we successfully skipped winter?
No.
And then
man,
what did you text me?
No, we have been here way too long to fall for that old trick. But I am
What did
thinking
you
about
call it? Swedish Mirage?
Yes, it's the Swedish Mirage. It's it's like that whole just when you think you're out of it, they pull you back in. No, it was amazing weather down here, and the sunlight in the forest and the lawn is still kind of.
And the leaves are still hanging on most trees, but they're all colorful and stuff. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and I have this funky plant outside that's like been blooming the last couple days.
Oh boy, I feel bad for the plant.
Yeah, but I don't know what kind of plant it is, but it obviously didn't get the memo because it's just like
it must be Hawaiian.
No.
Doesn't know what it's doing. Because
Hawaiian
meanwhile,
plant,
I had to check Klart to
Yes.
check the weather, right? Mm-hmm. Because the Weather Channel app here, no, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. Not feasible. Right. So Klart lets you compare all the 3 different main forecasts and all that stuff. And I'm looking, to see maybe it's going to be warmer for longer because I have to pull trees in soon, like the olive tree and the lemon tree. Yeah. And then I look, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, there is a chance of snow, people. I saw. It's like it was a cloud.
Right.
I've never seen this before. It was a dark cloud, and then it was a raindrop and a snowflake. I'm like, what?
It's a new.
That is that is quintessentially Swedish right there.
Yeah, like the new icon.
Pick from any one of these, and I'm guaranteed by tomorrow there will be a little sun next to the cloud as well. Just one of these 4. That's probably about right.
Yeah. The little icons battling it out. You're like the little sun is trying to, beat up on the snowflake. No, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, but that's that's the weather, right? That's the weather here in Sweden. Never a dull moment. But it was beautiful. No complaints.
Yeah. Today was nice. Glorious Sunday. Glorious Sunday.
And it was just enough to keep my outdoor furniture wet so I can't pack it away yet. That's my excuse.
Oh, I'm keeping mine out there. Like we're going hardcore, baby. We're like pushing it to the limit. Everyone else is like covering their stuff, but the people upstairs, they still have their grill uncovered. So I'm keeping mine uncovered. Mine's not going in until those people. They know something. Yeah.
It's like, honey, grab a blanket. We're gonna be outside barbecuing this weekend.
Turn the grill on to keep us warm.
And you're gonna like it. No. It is kind of, but that's when barbecuing becomes like that rebellious. I told you what I did when we were living in Tullinge. It was a couple weeks. Well, it was the first winter after we got here, and the house that we were
that's
renting.
always the worst winter.
And at the house, and it was a bad one. It was a wicked winter. I don't think we've had a winter like that in 15 years. We've had like some winters, but Tullinge is also an area in Stockholm that is always a couple degrees colder than every place else.
Okay.
But I mean, it snowed something. It was incredible. But it was the first winter that I refused to change my shorts. I mean, not change my shorts, but like I kept my shorts on like to the bitter end. And as people were walking by our little corner lot, I was sitting there going, man, well, if people are going to stare, let's give them something to stare at.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I went inside. We did barbecue that day. I put on a Stetson cowboy hat, this huge Stetson cowboy hat I have. And I was outside.
That's so very Hawaiian of you, by the way.
In the snow with some music, barbecuing.
Playing "If You Like Pina Coladas."
Right.
Hey, I barbecued last night. It was raining up here last night, and I'm just like, we'll barbecue.
Yeah, waving at everybody, going, howdy, hey.
Hey, you call that grilling? Let me tell you something about grilling over here.
Yeah. No, but that was definitely, I was like, hey, let's give him something to take pictures of. So there are those beauties out there somewhere in digital land.
I like it.
So I thought that we would have we're actually going to break from our norm, and we are.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm nervous.
We're gonna break one of our golden rules, and
what? We're gonna just start dropping F-bombs everywhere?
No, I was thinking about that. We could end with that. We could end with some F-bombs, and this is just gonna be a simple yes or no question.
Ooh.
We're breaking the rules, and
quiz
we're gonna
time?
delve. Yeah, we're gonna delve into politics.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Did you vote?
Hell yeah, I voted.
And I voted. Okay, that's our political segment for today. I figure that's as controversial. That's as controversial as we're going to get. Okay, so don't ever say that that the two guys never discussed politics, because we just did.
I like it.
I have an experience to share with you.
Ooh.
Yes. So, Veronica has been wondering a little bit. In class, she's been squinting a little bit, Now, this is before they started with home everything. They shut down the school that she's at. So everybody now, for the next couple weeks, is going to be doing homeschooling, via
staring at a
internet.
Computer screen all day, which is great for your eyes.
But she was complaining a little bit about squinting, so we decided to go have her eyes checked. We went and had her eyes checked, and she had some little fluctuation in one of her eyes where they said, yeah, she could, have glasses. To go ahead and correct. So yesterday was the day that we decided. Well, she had the test on Wednesday, and she got the prescription, or whatever it's called, the adjustments, and then we went down to the opticians yesterday to go ahead and look at glasses. It was exciting. We were like, hey.
See, I love this story already, because little do you know, I come from a family of ophthalmologists.
Oh.
My grandfather on my mom's side, and my uncle, my mom's brother, both ophthalmologists.
Okay, cool. So you have some definite insight.
So you're speaking my language right now. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. Into my experience. So, it was a little rainy when we went down. Veronica had a friend with her, and but I'm down. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fun. We'll go down, look at glasses, look at the different frame selection, and
it's a big personality thing,
Yeah. Well, as we go in, we start looking. There's one woman inside the shop. I don't know if she's new, but she seemed. I don't know, not super comfortable. I mean, she greeted us when we came in and said, do you need help? We said, oh, no, actually, we're going to take a look, and then we'll let you know.
And she seemed a little by like our standards or like by Swedish standards?
I think almost by anybody's standards. She, she
Okay,
definitely.
okay.
Yeah,
Objectively,
yeah.
a little not quite.
I think she got moved out of a back room up front to the front counter where maybe she wasn't.
I'm getting it.
She wasn't
like
quite feeling
people.
Exactly. So Veronica and her friends start looking at frames, and I don't know why. Thankfully, they did, but they started at like the cheap frame section.
Oh, look at you!
Because the wall, as you started progressively moving into the store, the prices went, from 250 crowns. Okay, reasonable. Sounds good.
Okay, so like €25. Yeah, like $25. Right. Okay, that's real cheap.
All the way up to astronomical. But that's when all of a sudden you start you recognize the names.
Yeah. Well,
once you start recognizing
from
the
friends
names,
I had in school, it was like $400 for like a pair of glasses with the frames and the lenses and all that.
Yeah, no, she fortunately she didn't work her way up to like the name stuff. She actually got stuck and really liked a pair of glasses in the first section. She's like, "Oh, I really like these." She put them on. Nice. Her friend said, "Wow, those look great." And so I told him, "Well, look a little while longer, but you don't have to wander too far."
I feel like that. Look a little while longer, came shooting out of your mouth, and then you were like, "No, wait, actually."
Yeah. So as they're looking, I turned to the saleswoman that was standing there, and I said, "Let's talk about the price of the actual lenses." Because this was one of those things where, the prices are on the wall and they look fantastic.
Yeah, but that's just the frame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she points at this chart on the wall, and the chart goes from what they call basic, and then it goes like basic, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And
what are you, getting a credit card or insurance or something?
No, but I mean, it went up to, I think it was vibranium or something, because the prices, there was some kind of...
Long live Wakanda.
Wakanda metal, because it was up in 3,000 crown stuff. And but anyway, so she knew that I was kind of onto that my daughter was looking at frames, but, Dad definitely knew that there were some additional costs that had to be, that were coming.
Dad's done some Google research before he stepped foot in the showroom.
But somehow, and it was really, I don't know, it was kind of strange. So Veronica found the frame she liked. She said, "These are the ones. Can you take care of the rest?" And then she ran next door with her friend to buy Subway sandwiches. So she found the frames, and then somewhere between the frames and the payment process, she took off. But I spoke with,
of course.
So I continued to speak with the salesperson. And she almost went directly to the final price. She was like, okay, and this and that. And she was like, okay, about 2 weeks. And okay, so that's going to be about 2,800 crowns.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. I was like, but what
lenses did I just
what
get?
kind of lenses? And she's
yeah.
Oh, I just chose, something, and put it in. It's like a gold.
I just chose the diamond exclusive black card for you.
That's exactly what she pretty much did. And I wasn't super cranky, but I was just not in the mood to just say yes to everything. I mean, I just wasn't. I was like, no, today ain't the day. So
you're not sneaking that one past.
No,
this
it's just not happening.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
And you could almost see a little bit of a cringe, because she was like, "Oh man, I was really hoping."
Now she has to do sales.
And I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "No." I was like, "Opti woman, you need to come with me and take a look at this chart over here on the wall." And
you see that below bronze, it's just it's got some weird shit scribbled on top of it. Yeah.
No, but it was it was almost below basic. It had to have been a line down by the copyright for the poster. That's probably
It's like in the pharmaceutical guy at the end of the commercial. And by the way, there's a really cheap version of this that you can for $2.
Yeah. But she was like, I was thinking up here, and she's pointing at the chart with the gold and platinum description, and it has all of this. I mean, all of this stuff, the stuff that I recognize, like polarization and anti-scratch and anti-theft and anti-this and
Okay,
anti-that.
so it's like
So
features of the glass.
exactly that
Okay.
you can have, but I'm looking and the list of stuff that these glasses came with, and I'm sitting there.
What does does Veronica need to? Is she supposed to be wearing these glasses all the time, or is it just like?
no,
Oh,
no,
now
she's gonna
then,
have
come
them in
on,
class.
get out of here.
No. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, if I get this platinum version and Veronica happens to get hit in the head by a meteorite, I know that her glasses would pretty much survive because the price of those things. But I told the lady, I was like, no. I was like, we won't go basic, but we're definitely staying down in the bronze level, which is like scratch resistance and, something else.
Yeah.
Because I told her, I said, look, she's just going to wear them in class.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And it's like, what would probably help instead of all the scratch resistant polarization. Now they have glasses that filter out the blue light from the computer
Yeah.
screen,
exactly.
so
Right.
all the muscles around your eyes don't get so tense.
Yeah, I think that's probably up in that vibranium range, though. With the,
Yes.
No,
Well, it's
but,
like my mom. She uses readers, like little reading glasses,
Exactly.
especially when it gets like dark or like twilight kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
To read, or like for menus, stuff like that kind of stuff. So it's like go to the dollar store and like get the bushel of the readers and then scatter them throughout the house because they always get lost.
Yeah, that's why we have stuff like that set up. I mean, we have like on top of the microwave in case you have to read the microscopic instructions for like fixing food, like gray text on a black background. But anyway, the eyeglass story ended up well. I got, I didn't even negotiate. I just brought the price down to where I thought it should be. She said that since Veronica's under 18, that there's actually, what do you call it? In Swedish, they call it bidrag. You get like 800 crowns towards the price.
Oh, like a rebate.
Yeah, from the state or,
Okay, it's like
Yeah.
a subsidy.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a subsidy.
Don't call it a sale. Don't call it a discount. It's a
No.
subsidy from the
Subsidy.
state.
Right. But which is cool because then all of a sudden we got down into an acceptable glasses range. And
Yeah.
then she was like, "Oh, do you want them insured?" And I was like,
Girl, I'm not even, they get scratched, they get scratched. She's going to be looking through like a broken lens trying to read,
exactly. I said, "No, I got tape at home. We're good."
I love it.
Yeah. So she will be. Yeah. And I was feeling a little feisty by then. I was like, "So how does this payment process take? I mean, do you want payment now?" She's like, "Well,
Klarna.
she said if we could get like a deposit," and I'm thinking, okay,
Deposit?
put down yeah, she wanted like half of the price of the glasses.
Oh, wow. I would have thought you would have had to pay for everything in full.
Well, that's what I thought too, because as a prescription, then good luck kind of giving those to somebody else. But
Yeah.
but anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'll pay half. And
Look
then
at
maybe
you,
I'll show
Turkish
up to
market
pay.
trader over here.
No, I don't know. Usually I pretty much go easy on a lot of that stuff. But at this point in time, I just felt like I couldn't. And it was a learning experience too for Veronica as long as as long as she was in the store. But I also explained for her when we left. But that's one of those things that's kind of a tricky. It's kind of a tricky thing, where you want your kids to realize that, it's not impolite to ask questions,
Oh, yeah.
and that's one thing that I was telling her and reminding her, and that I need to tell Adrian as well. It's like, look, you are the consumer, you're the person purchasing the product. Ask questions.
You need to be educated about it.
You don't have to be a jerk nut when you ask the questions, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, just make sure that you understand what's happening in the process. You don't have to, just bow your head and, yawn, 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 yawn.
I get into a problem though, because when I'm like, before I go into a store, if I have to go into a store to buy something,
Yeah.
and if it's for myself, if it's for like the family or like groceries, whatever, it's just like, okay, whatever, let's just buy it. But if it's something for me, especially like a toy, Then I'm like, I've spent months researching this thing. I've gone on all the forums. I've gone through every Reddit page about it.
Yeah.
But then I still have like 2 questions. So I come into the store and then I'm like, hey, retail employee, tell me about the specification difference between blah, 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 and this transistor from Japan versus this one. Blah, blah, blah. And they're looking at me and they're like, I don't know. I'm like, fine.
Yeah. Knowledgeable sales help.
Yeah, I know. But I hate, this is like the gringo American in me. I hate, like, I'm happy to do the comparison like they had at the glasses store, where it's like different levels of lenses, and then like being like, well, I don't really need that. What about this? And then let them talk me up and then bring them back down and kind of thing and settle on a happy medium. But I hate haggling like a price.
Yeah.
Like the block it kind of thing, just like, well, I'll give you 200 for that, or 300, or I'll give you half price. I'm just like, what's the price? If the price wasn't what the product was worth based on the pictures, I wouldn't be here right now. So there you go.
Yeah, I was tempted because I have something that I'm going to put up on Blocket pretty soon, and I was tempted, because the product that I'm going to be putting up, I bought for 1,500 crowns, and I'm going to try, and it's almost not been used, and it's an electronic thing, and I'm going to try and get like 1,000 for it, including
how old
shipping.
is it?
5-6 months.
Oh,
6 months,
wow.
maybe.
Wow. Yeah. You could
So, I
probably
mean, it's
go up a little
basically
bit.
took it out of the box, looked at it, plugged it in, and then it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. But what I was thinking about is listing it for like 30,000 and then negotiating
For
down
double?
to 30. No,
outta
like
here.
30, like
You're not gonna-
30,000. Like put up some humongous price just to like have people feel good when they're like, you know what? Okay, I'll let it go for 1,000.
I think you're way too inside your own head on this one.
Okay.
This isn't like Barrett Jackson Classic Cars Auto Auction. Like,
And I'll throw in a 2 guys, 3 crowns cap.
now we're talking. Now it's worth it. Now it's worth the
big
30,000
bucks,
crowns.
big bucks. Yeah, but that is, and a lot of people typically on the Blocket ads will put like non-negotiable. This is the set price, non-negotiable.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, yeah, right. That's like a red flag. That's like the thing that goes like, oh, this guy wants me to.
Well,
negotiate.
that's the thing about Block It is that then you have to go pick it up, and it's like, that's got to be factored into the price that you're listing it for. Because if you're, if you're going to be putting it near sticker price, then I'll just buy it new in the store and have it sent to my house for free, free or for whatever delivery charge it would be.
Exactly.
And by sent to my house, I mean dropped off 2 kilometers away that I have to go walk to, and then get my item.
Yeah. Send it via PostNord. No, so that's. Hey, you saw the car picture.
I did. You texted me a picture of a white Skoda.
Yes.
Is that it? That's final?
Snowball. It's Snowball. Snowball is home.
You have a new car.
Yes.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. I saw it briefly today. Yeah. No, but it went, everything went really smoothly. It feels fantastic to have the car. We are now gas as opposed to diesel, which is kind
You
of.
were diesel before? Jesus, man.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. When diesel, we were diesel when
That's
diesel.
so Euro.
Hey, but that was okay. Like 8 years ago, we got all kinds of deductions, and then it was kind of like from that process where smokers went through the whole thing of like smokers were cool, and then all of a sudden smoking became not cool. The same thing with diesel cars. We went through the same transition. It was like, oh, we got this diesel. People were like, is that a diesel?
Well, I don't think Audi and Volkswagen helped in that department.
No.
Let me loosen the tie here.
We can tweak those results a little bit if you like.
But
No, but
nice.
we're-
So is she automatic or manual?
No, it's still a manual car because Veronica's working on her driver's license, so we want to make sure that her driver's license will allow her to drive both.
Nice.
Yeah, but there have been some small technological advancements, maybe not big ones for everybody else that drives new cars, but it does feel really strange to get into your car and place your keys to the side.
Oh, yes. You're finally up to that level.
Yeah. So now, like, we're in a car where, I mean, you still got to
You
have
just
the key.
push the button, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lena was showing
Welcome
me. She
to
was
the
like,
future.
yeah, but she said, hey, this little place right here, this is where you can put the key. And I'm like, I was like,
but you can't go back. Like, when I get a rental now,
Yeah.
like, if we do that, like, when we're back in the days when you could go traveling.
Right.
And you actually have to stick the key in to, like, the steering column, twist it.
Yeah.
And then you have this, like, keychain dangling there, hitting your leg.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that? Like, come on, man. 21st century here. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's like super cool. I like that. I like that feature.
But
and then there's a little stand for the phone, so you can like put your phone.
It's built in. Wow.
But there's no GPS in the little computer system thing.
You know what? That's probably good.
Yeah, but it's because when you plug your phone in, then I guess whatever map system, if you use Google Maps or directions,
It goes onto the screen.
Yeah, then it goes up.
I've been talking about this since I bought since I bought the GTI in Miami.
Yeah.
Because like the Volkswagen everyone uses their own proprietary system. There's no need for it. They're so inefficient, the way the interface is and all that. And it's like, it's pointless. Like, can't I just push my phone, like push Waze or push Google Maps
whichever
onto the
one
screen,
you want,
and then just go with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
They finally made it happen.
Yeah. Yes.
I love it.
Now, the only not downside, it's not a downside, but before the GPS ran on like mystery Wi-Fi connection stuff.
You mean 4G?
Well, no. I mean, the phone now, when I get directions, is going to use my phone.
Yeah.
It's going to use whatever my whatever G I happen to be using.
Yeah.
But the car before wasn't dependent upon.
Oh, they use GPS. It's satellite.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But there was no cost involved. Well, somewhere along the line there was.
You paid for that in the purchase price of the car, basically.
Right. But now I'm thinking if I'm taking an 8-hour car trip, then it's going to be on my phone, right?
Yeah. Well, you plug it into the system and it should charge it. But the thing you have to watch out for is if you're driving off into the Swedish wilderness, make sure there's a cell phone tower nearby.
Ooh.
Otherwise, that GPS ain't going to work no more.
That's right.
You're going to be asking the moose for directions.
You're going to be saying, hey, what was written on that stone back there, that rune? Did it say left? Did it say left?
No, it said, we have no beer.
That's right. That's right. Hey, just so you know, this is episode 74, and we have been doing this for 20 months.
20 months.
It feels kind of like you know how like babies, they're never like 1+ years old. They're always like months.
Yes. I'm living that life right now, let me tell you. And it's like, I felt so accomplished when we went from he's X number of weeks old to X number of months old. I'm like,
right.
Oh, okay, this seems more reasonable.
Yeah.
Now I'm so like, he's like a year and a half. Yeah. Like, get me out of this months.
Yeah, I was thinking about I was going to do the calculation just to find out, like Adrian, let's see, 21 years times 12 months. I'm going to start telling people how old my son is in months again.
God, you must love math. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. That'll do it for this week's episode. Again, as always, be sure to hit us up on social media, particularly our Instagram. You can see what Björn the Viking is up to lately. Leave us some notes, let us know what's going on in your life, and then come back here next week for more 2 Guys, 3 Crowns.